and welcome to another Mad Hatter Reviews. People that know me know that I love action figures, but today we are going to answer the question, what is the best action figures? Because today, that's my segue. We're taking a look at the best action line from Loyal Subjects. And I'm looking at all the turtles. I'm looking at Leonardo and Raphael and Donatello right here, and then Michelangelo. Yes, I got these from SDCC 2023. Now, I have a little bit of a, I don't know, of a history, but like I didn't love the Loyal Subjects Best Action cartoon versions, those first ones that came out. I thought that they left something to be desired. But while I was walking the floor of SDCC, I think it was the Diamond booth, cat sifting, that had the gray ones in there. And I took another look at them and I was like, these IDW ones are looking pretty good. And, you know, NECA is not doing IDW. People are not really doing IDW. So I figured, let me go ahead and walk over to the Best Action booth. I recorded all that. And let me see if I can pick some up, okay? Because I don't have Pixel in my name. I don't get free stuff. So I wanted to take a look at them objectively, and the only way to do that is to pay my hard-earned money, okay? That doesn't mean that Loyal Subjects, you can't send me free stuff. Of course, I'll take it. By the way, I always give an objective opinion even when I get free stuff, okay? What happens is then I don't get free stuff again, which has happened. That's why companies call me the bridge burner. But hey, you know what? I gotta be me. But now I have skin in the game. And speaking of skin, let's take a look at some green skin here. I'm full of transitions today. I love the box art on these things. This IDW art is really cool. And then you have the back right here. And these are not exclusive. I believe you can get these at most retailers now. The only exclusive that I saw there was a Super Shredder. Then there was a Raphael on a motorcycle. Well, here's Leonardo right here. This art is really, really dynamic. I know it's hit or miss for some people, but I've always liked the IDW art style. And there's the back of that box right there. And then Donatello right here. Okay, there's the art. Very, very nice job on the packaging right here. Impressed so far, okay? And then you got Mikey, little Mikey right there with his Mikey smile and his pupilless eyes there. So let's get into this, okay? Can Best Action Loyal Subjects win me over? Can they be up in the pantheon of Ninja Turtle figures that I love? Can they win my heart, okay? We're gonna answer all of these questions. So let's go ahead and get into this. Let's go ahead and review these, okay? Because, I mean, isn't that where this is all building up to anyway? That's the end game, right? So let's get to the end game. Let's fast forward past all of those other phases, and I'll see you there. Okay, and we are back. So, I am a little conflicted with these figures. I will say that these are nice. Very, very strong step in the right direction for Best Action. I think with every iteration, Best Action, this line seems to learn from the past and get better. But I wish, I will say my overall thing on this is the articulation on these are pretty good. Like you'll see very, very soon. But I think that with a little bit of tweaking, these could have been like the ultimate articulated Ninja Turtle figures. And Best Action in general could be making the ultimate articulated Ninja Turtle figures, because that's something that like NECA and Super 7 don't cover, okay? They cover pretty much aesthetic, but articulation really isn't their thing, and these things are almost there. But again, there are some issues that I have, including some breakage, okay? So this Leonardo, he's supposed to have 2 scabbards in the back. Right out of the package, this thing fell off the, if you could see right here, just fell right off. Now I can glue that back, I think. Although, yeah, I think I can glue this back, but you know, that's never that's never the best sign. But I will say, from an aesthetic perspective, I do like these. Okay, I like for the most part, I like the paint. It's a little glossy at times, okay, especially on like Raphael there, but it's not like, it's not too bad. This is what I'm saying. It's like there are things that are like almost great, but they're just shy of great. Like Michelangelo right there, he's like too, what is that, like aqua for me? Like I wish they kind of toned it down. Like you see his picture card right here. I wouldn't mind something like that. I think he sticks out. He contrasts a little too much. So I wish that he was a little more on the green side to kind of like fit in. I do appreciate that these are all different bodies. I don't want that to go unnoticed. Raphael, very a thick boy. Donatello, tall and thin. Leonardo, kind of meets in the middle somewhere, and then Michelangelo, sort of like the smallest guy here. I do like the aesthetic too. The IDW aesthetic is very apparent on these. If you look at these cards right here, which beautiful art on these cards, they do have that IDW look. And here's Donatello and Raphael. I do like the dirtiness that's on these too, like in the paint. So like, I don't know another way to say that, but you see here, it's like, it's not just a wash of green. You have all this like black wash in there, and you know, these lines, and it creates like a lot of like, for lack of better words, kind of like grimy detail in there, like the front shell part. I mean, that's really nice. The top of the head. These guys look like they live in the sewers. I wish there was a little more of that on the shells. The shells are a little too clean, but there's a lot of nice paint. These are just my first impressions, so let's just kind of like show all four of these figures up close. Here's Raphael. I think between him and Leonardo, he might be my favorite. I just love the stylized head. I love how he has the paint on the brow, the angry brow right there. His teeth, the outline on the teeth, just there's a little too much black, but I'm being kind of picky there. I love the body type. I love how stocky he is. So he has this like strap that like goes, I mean, you can move it around. I think you can even take this off, and you can put like ninja stars in there, and I'll show you guys that. But this is what I mean. Like, so articulation, there are points where the articulation is great, and then there are points where the articulation is not great. That's like what's frustrating here. There's an inconsistency. So like, great articulation in the arms. He's got butterfly joints, so he can bring his arms together, which you don't see in a lot of Ninja Turtle action figures. But then it's like the head barely has like any articulation. I mean, you can move it side to side, but like he can't really look up. He can look down, but it's like that would have been cool, because then you can crouch him and have him look up towards the enemy. He has a bicep swivel. The elbow on this thing, check this out. I mean, you can go that much. So you don't get that in most Ninja Turtle figures. So that's what I mean. So you get, so the arms are really good, but then like the head is not giving you like the articulation you want. There's nothing in the torso. That seems to be the thing with Ninja Turtle figures, is they can't really do the torso bends because of the shell and everything. Maybe one day, like, I don't know, there'll be like a way to cut up the shell to do like an ab crunch, but you know, I don't fault them for that, because nobody really does that on Turtles. The thighs go out about that much, and there is a thigh cut as well. Normally I don't like thigh cuts, but this one hides a lot better, so it's not super intrusive. And then you get a lot of like knee bend, but then the foot barely bends. That's the thing. Like, it doesn't. It's you don't really get much of a hinge right here. I mean, it goes from this to this. It's like nothing. You get a little bit of a rock, but that's what I mean. It's like where there's like great articulation, it's then followed by like a place that doesn't really articulate. So it's hard to like balance, because like, you know, if I crouch him down, it's like I can't move this at all. So it's like this thing wants to be a really nicely articulated figure, but then there are things that hold it up, which is like, that's like the frustrating thing here. So like at the end of the day, it's like, if I want to like use all of that really good knee and leg articulation, I'm limited, because I can't have the foot like balance it out. Like I can't make this foot basically like hinge all the way flat so that I can kind of like stand him on that. I got to stand him on his toes like that. So like that's what I mean. I think with articulation, you got to either, you know, go pretty limited or full articulation. But if it's like halfway there, it makes it kind of frustrating, because it's like, oh my God, I could almost do everything I want to do, but I can't. So yeah, if that makes sense. Let me go over accessories here. So he has this size. The size are really nice. The metal on these are really nice, or the sheen. The two headbands that can just sort of flap in the wind. They're pretty much the same. I don't know why you needed two, but yeah. There are three of these ninja stars, and those actually can go on that strap that he has that goes across his chest. Then he comes with these two, what is it, billy clubs, ride sticks? I don't know what you call them. They're cool. There's some wood texture in there, but it's very, very light. I kind of wish they brought that out more because it looks a little plain. You get two grabby hands here and these two Psy hands here. You get this alternate head. Okay, now I'm also conflicted about this head because if you look, the eyes are, they seem like they're just stickers. I think those are stickers and they are bugging me. Looks like it was like a pupilless head that somebody just stuck a sticker in there. And I don't know, like, I feel like, you know, these are what, like $30 each. You know, I mean, I would call that like a premium price. I feel like this should be, those eyes should be better. They're a little, I don't know, they're a little creepy too. I don't think I would display them with the eyes, but yeah. Next is Donatello, thin, tall build here, and I do like that he sticks out. He's got his shell. His shell is like, it's like the metal shell. If I am recalling correctly, he gets it broken, and then you know, the whole thing seems to be replaced. I thought it was just like an area of it, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm not super well read on the IDW stuff, but yeah, you get this this shell with this kind of like metal texture in there, and you get the bow holder, and nice paint and wash on this guy is as well. He's got like the bandaged hands. They all have the bandaged hands. The kind of like stunted anatomy is especially apparent on him because he's so kind of like thin and gaunt. Same kind of issue with the articulation, you know what I mean? Like butterfly joints and everything that can kind of like bring everything together. I mean, check that out. You can have him hold his staff like that, but then it's the foot. It's like this foot doesn't do anything. It doesn't hinge forward. And yeah, I that's what I mean. It's like I wish it did that because there's a lot of good stuff that this guy can do, and he looks pretty good. But yeah, you got Donnie there. And he comes with some nice accessories. He comes with this like metal gauntlet that you can put on him with, I guess, I don't know, he's shooting out of that. I don't remember what this is, but I know that there's a NECA version of this as well. And these goggles are pretty cool. I mean, there's a lot of nice paint on these goggles. I like the metallic, and I'm definitely gonna like suit him up with all of this gear. You get these grabby hands, one fist. I think that's for the gauntlet. If he wears that, you get a grabbing the bow hand. You get two sets of these bandanas. And then the Donatello head. I like this one more than the Raphael. I like a smile there, but I don't know, the stickers. The sticker eyes are just I don't know. They're just, I can't unsee that they're stickers, and does that bother anybody else, or is it just me? I don't know. Okay, and then you get Leo here, and very, very nice paint. I probably like his face the most. His angry face is really, really cool. The most out of all four of these, and he's very solid. He's a great middle ground. He's not too big. He's not too small. He's kind of just, well, like I said, in the middle. Paint on this really grows on you, by the way. Just how dirty they are and how grody, and really accentuates the sculpt. Very nice sculpting on these figures. Here's the back, here's the shell. Scabbards are nice. Remember, it's supposed to be like this. So just imagine this. That's what it's supposed to be like. Same articulation, butterfly joints, and is there a waist? No, there's nothing really at the waist on any of these, but really appreciate the articulation where I can get it. But he does have the same thing with the foot that doesn't really hinge very much. But yeah, I think this guy is my favorite out of all of them. All the different hands that he comes with, some grabby hands right there, gotcha hands right there. The hands that are on him are a little weird. Does this freak anybody else out? Like, this is, I don't know about this hand. So this is like the thumb, okay, down here. And this is like the, you know, obviously the two fingers, but like the thumb is like as big as the finger. So it's kind of strange. It's creeping me out. It's giving me like some alien vibe. I don't know. I don't know about these grabby hands. I think this one looks a lot more normal, but I don't know if it could fit around the sword. I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's a little weird. Here's what the sword looks like. Does that look bent to you? I don't know. I wish the handle was a little longer because he has butterfly joints. He could probably like two-fist this, two-hand this, but you know, you don't get a lot of length on there, but it is what it is. Almost forgot, he also comes with these daggers right here. I just want to put the sword in for comparison because they are not as long, but if you want to go Leo daggers, there you go. And they also come with these whoosh effects as well for the swords, and the sword I think can fit right through these. I will verify, but always love some effects. And here's the regular Leo head. This one's not too bad. I like it more than the Raphael one, but so far I think the Donatello one is my favorite one. You get Michelangelo. He's very aqua. He's very, very aqua. I think a little too much, but you know, it is what it is. The sculpt on him is very nice, though. He looks much younger than the rest. His face, he's got his mouth. It's very little. I mean, he's opening it wide, but it's a very, very little mouth. But they got that IDW. These all have that IDW look. They did get that aesthetic. For me, again, it's just the colors on him, but the paint variations are very nice on here, like especially on like the shell. He has these holsters in here, and I can't fit his nunchucks in there at all. I think they'll be just for show. In the back, you do have nunchuck holsters that actually do work. Same kind of articulation, elbow articulation is really, really good. This guy's going to be fun to do some nunchuck stuff with because he can bend so far. And then, yeah, you know, knees and all of that other stuff. One thing that I do want to mention with these is that I do wish also the nubs that fit into the holes on the hands were a little bit longer, because on some of these, when you pose them, they do tend to pop off pretty easily. Not Michelangelo as much, but Raphael and Leonardo for sure. They just kind of like popped right off. So I would think that just as a next time, maybe, I don't know, maybe make those a little longer to kind of like to clear that. He comes with this gotcha hand right here, and then a pointing hand right here, point at the enemy, then a nice fist. Two bandanas. These are very short, okay? I don't mind it. It gives a little variation. You get these two things right here. What are these called? Nunchuck scythe things? I don't know. But you get them. They're in black, and they got the silver in there. And kind of bend back into place, so it's just kind of like soft plastic instead of chain. I do wish it was a chain. And then you get two sets of nunchucks. These nunchucks are a little plain Jane. I wish there was some kind of like dark paint on there, or some variation. You know, a little too plasticky for my liking. And the bend on these, I don't mind as much. It's kind of like a wire in there, but the nunchuck itself, the wood part itself, I mean, yeah, they needed to put something on there. All of these are so loaded with paint that when you have this, it kind of like sticks out like a sore thumb a little bit. And his head is kind of like a wink. He's winking, he's smiling. I don't mind it, so I might even roll with this head. I don't know. Here is just a little bit of a comparison with some other Ninja Turtles right here. And as you can see, they are very much their own thing. These IDW Ninja Turtles, the sculpts on these make them stand out, and I'm liking these, man. Next to these other turtles, they definitely hold their own. Funny enough, I thought he would go with this not Leo the most, but man, it's even smaller. It's even smaller than the Best Action one. So he's just living in a tiny league. In a tiny league of his own. But yeah, just some turtle comparisons. So what's my overall on the Best Action figures? I will say I do like them, okay? There are some really nice aspects of these figures. It's almost like when something has potential, you almost get more frustrated because you're like, oh my God, it was so close, but they needed to do this, this, and that. Versus like if they just sucked, then there's really just, you know, you can just like bag on them. But these don't suck. They're cool. They have a lot of really cool features, but there are some things that might bother you. So I'm gonna say that if you do want these, they're nice figures, but proceed with caution. If you're one of these collectors that like, you know, little things are going to, well, I don't know, I don't want to call them little things, but the things that I went over are going to bother you, then I don't know, maybe be aware. But if you are willing to see past those and just kind of like look at the overall figure and appreciate it for what it is in the IDW style, then I think you're going to like these. I mean, look at this Michelangelo. Like, this pose with the nunchucks right here is effortless, okay? And he does it really, really well. You don't really get that in a lot of Ninja Turtle figures. There's not a lot of well-articulated turtle figures. And also, are there any IDW figures? I don't know. Hoping that in the future, maybe Best Action can, I don't know, consider some of these things, because I do think with this showing, I feel like they're contenders, okay? I did not like the cartoon ones, and I was on the record for that, but I do appreciate these, and there are a lot of things that I do like about these. So they are, for me, going to be one to watch. I just hope that, you know, take a look at these and improve. I mean, every company has... or every company that has lasted should have improvements over the years, and these things are no different. If you listen to the fan base, I think that's the best thing that you can do. So that is my Best Action review. Take that for what it's worth. And again, one man's opinion. You might think that these are perfect, or you know, maybe the opposite. But I think there's a lot to like about these. So in terms of getting them, I think BBTS has these exclusive versions, meaning the SDCC exclusive versions. I think the regular versions, maybe there's something different with the paint. I'm not positive, but I think you can still get these right now. I think they're $30 a pop at BBTS. And yeah, that is all. That is my first Best Action Loyal Subjects review. And you know, I feel like Palpatine when he's talking to Anakin. I will be watching you. I will be watching you, Best Action. We'll be watching your progress, okay? Because I am liking a lot of the things that I do see here. So that is all. Comment, subscribe, drop me a like. See you next time. Bye-bye.